Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is finally in for Thursday, October 23, 2025. In today's episode, Electra Forrester, Lania Grace questions Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, about Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Meanwhile, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, confronts Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, once again. At the prison, Will meets with Luna. The girl yaps about how much he cares about their baby. He's not there for her. What's wrong with her face? Luna says that girls in prison haven't forgotten about her, and their baby needs to be saved before it dies. Will starts to leave, but Luna begs. The young man knows what she's trying to do and it's not going to work. Luna insists their miracle is in grave danger. Over at Forrester Creations, Dake Sharp, Harrison Cohn, tries to get Electra to open up about Luna. What exactly did the girl do to Will? She doesn't want to talk about it, it's too much for his first day. Electra mentions that Dake and Hope look alike. Will returns to FC and Electra peppers him with questions. As long as Luna is pregnant, he will have some sort of feeling for her because of the baby, Electra reasons. Will's feelings are all over the place. Will is worried about the baby though. The young man promises that he won't let Luna come between them again. Meanwhile, at the prison, Luna yells out from her cage that she's pregnant with Will Spencer's baby. As if anyone cares, girl. At the therapy session, Taylor asks Deacon Sharp, Shankannon, if he can trust Sheila. Then she claims that it's a trauma bond with codependency features. Deacon needs this in plain English. Taylor explains, then asks again if he can really trust Sheila. When she gently prods him, Deacon says that she has a way of making everything better. Later, Dake stops by the restaurant to see Deacon. The father wants to hear all about Dake's first job as a designer. Deacon thinks his son is slick for the portfolio scheme. Dake asks about Sheila. Is therapy even helping him? Deacon doesn't have the answers yet, but it's a process. He adds that Taylor is wonderful and he's so lucky to have her in his life. A bit later, Sheila keeps replaying Deacon and Taylor embracing. She then recalls his proposal and then runs out. She shows up at Taylor's office and tries to explain the situation with Luna. Sheila reminds Taylor that she saved Stiffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Maxins Wood. Please do whatever you can to save my marriage. Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful delivered all the emotional combustion, twisted alliances, and raw truth bombs that fans live for. From a rising storm in Bill Spencer's family to Sheila Carter's unnerving confrontation with Taylor Hayes, the Forrester and Spencer worlds collided again. And at the heart of it all was Luna Nozawa, desperate, cornered, and holding back tears as her life spun out of control. The episode opened inside the sleek, glass-walled office of Spencer Publications. The city skyline gleamed in the morning light as Electra Forrester sat across from Will Spencer, the youngest Spencer son now interning under his father's empire. But this wasn't a mentoring session, it was an interrogation in designer heels. Electra folded her arms and said pointedly, "You're not telling me everything, Will. I know when someone's holding back, it's a Forrester trait." Will tried to keep his composure, flipping through his tablet, pretending to focus on a presentation draft. "I'm not holding back anything. Dad just wants the family image protected right now. That's all." "Protected from what?" Electra shot back, her eyes narrowing. "From Luna's case? From the rumors that she's working with someone inside Forrester Creations? Or from the fact that Spencer Publications has been feeding select sources inside the company?" Will's silence said more than words could. The air between them thickened with unspoken tension. Electra wasn't just fishing for gossip, she was protecting her own name. After all, she'd been dragged into enough scandal over her brief alliance with Remy Laurent. "Look," Will finally said, lowering his tone. "Dad's worried about the fallout from Luna's plea. If she goes public about what happened at the jail, things could get messy, not just for the Forresters, but for us too." Electra leaned forward. "So that's what this is really about. Damage control. Tell your father I'm not playing by his PR handbook. I'll find out the truth, even if it means exposing the people closest to him. The tension in the office snapped like a live wire. For a moment, Will saw something in Electra, the same steel and fire that defined his father. As she stood to leave, Electra glanced over her shoulder. You might want to tell your dad that his empire isn't as bulletproof as he thinks. Meanwhile, at the Cliff House, Steffi Forrester Finnegan paced the living room, phone pressed to her ear. Wait, she what? Steffi nearly shouted. Sheila went to see Taylor. On the other end of the line, Finn sighed. Yeah, she just showed up at my mom's office, no appointment, no warning. I don't even know how she got past the front desk. Steffi closed her eyes, trying to steady her breathing. That woman is unbelievable. First she pretends she's changed, now she's cornering my mother again. Finn, this has to stop. Finn's voice was low but firm. I'll handle it. But Steffi, Mom said Sheila wasn't raging. She was calm, like she wanted to talk about closure. Steffi gave a cold laugh. Closure? With Sheila Carter, that word means trap. Her hands shook slightly as she hung up. The flashbacks came hard, the gunshot, the hospital, the fear in her children's eyes. Sheila had nearly destroyed everything Steffi loved. But Steffi wasn't the same woman she was then. She turned toward the ocean, her reflection caught in the glass. You picked the wrong Forrester to haunt this time, Sheila, she whispered. Across town at Taylor's serene yet tension-filled therapy office, Sheila Carter stood by the window, her hands folded together. Taylor Hayes maintained her usual calm demeanor, though her eyes betrayed wariness. Sheila, Taylor said slowly, I can't help you. I'm not your therapist anymore. You know that. Sheila smiled faintly, her tone too soft to trust. Oh, I know. I'm not here for therapy. I'm here for understanding. Taylor tilted her head. Understanding? Yes, Sheila said, stepping closer. I need to understand how a woman like you, a woman who once defended me, believed in me, can just turn her back like I'm nothing. Taylor stood, maintaining her ground. Because you hurt people, Sheila. You hurt my family. You nearly killed my daughter and her husband. That's not something I can overlook. For a moment, something flashed in Sheila's eyes. Regret, maybe even pain. But it vanished quickly, replaced by her signature smirk. You think you're so much better than me, don't you, Taylor? She said, circling the office slowly. You hide behind your degrees and your perfect family, but deep down, you're just like me. You've made mistakes too. You shot Bill Spencer once, remember? Taylor's expression darkened. Don't go there. Oh, I just did, Sheila replied. You want to judge me for wanting love, for wanting family. But you're the one who's been rewriting your sins in a therapist's notebook. Taylor stepped closer, her voice fierce now. The difference between us, Sheila, is that I own my mistakes. You justify yours. The room crackled with emotional electricity. Then, surprisingly, Sheila took a step back. I came here because I wanted to end this war, she said softly. I wanted to make peace. But you've made it clear. Peace isn't what you want. Sheila. Taylor began, but the door was already closing. Taylor stood frozen, the echo of Sheila's words ringing in her ears. At Forrester Creations, Luna Nozawa sat alone in the design studio, staring at a sketchpad filled with half-finished designs. Her eyes were red, her hands trembling slightly. The events of the last few weeks had broken something inside her. Being blamed for an attack she couldn't remember, the constant whispers, the looks of suspicion. Just then, Hope Logan entered quietly. Luna. Luna quickly wiped her tears. I'm fine. Just working. Hope walked closer, her voice gentle. You don't have to pretend with me. I know how hard this has been for you. Luna shook her head. It's not just hard, Hope. It's unbearable. Everyone's treating me like a criminal. Even RJ's been distant. I keep replaying that night in my head. But it's like pieces are missing. Hope sat beside her. Then maybe it's time you stopped replaying and started speaking up. If you know something, even something small, now's the time. Luna hesitated. There is something. But if I say it, I could lose everything. Hope leaned in. You won't lose me. Whatever it is, I'll stand by you. For a moment, Luna looked like she wanted to confess. Her lips trembled as she whispered, there was someone else there that night. Someone I didn't recognize. A man's voice. I thought it was Liam, but... Her words broke off as the door opened, and Steffi walked in. Hope, Steffi said coolly. I need a word with Luna. Alone. Hope gave Luna a supportive squeeze before leaving. Steffi crossed her arms. You've been making a lot of noise lately, Luna. Pleading your innocence, talking about mystery men. Do you really think anyone's going to believe you? Luna met her gaze, a spark of courage flaring up. I don't care if you believe me. I just want the truth to come out. Careful, Steffi warned. Truth cuts both ways. Luna rose, tears glistening in her eyes. Then let it cut, Steffi, because I'm done being silent. Later that afternoon, Electra met with Remy Laurent in the secluded corner of Il Giardino. She told herself it was for information only, but the air between them was laced with tension and unfinished business. Why do I feel like you're enjoying this? Electra asked, sipping her espresso. Remy smiled. Because I am. Watching the Spencers and Forresters implode is better than primetime television. She shot him a glare. This isn't a game, Remy. Luna's facing charges. Sheila's back on the prowl. And Bill's pulling strings behind the scenes. Remy leaned forward. You think Bill's clean in all this? Please, he's orchestrating half the chaos to protect his empire. You know it. I know it. Electra's eyes softened, but her tone remained sharp. Then help me expose him. Remy smirked. And what's in it for me? Electra's lips curved slightly. Redemption, maybe even revenge. The chemistry between them ignited, a dangerous mix of ambition and buried emotion. But before they could go further, a shadow appeared near the entrance. It was Will Spencer. He'd followed her. Their eyes met across the restaurant, and the tension snapped once again. At the Spencer mansion, Bill Spencer stood before the fireplace, staring at the family photos lined up on the mantel. Liam, Wyatt, Will. The patriarch of power was quieter than usual, his face clouded with concern. Katie entered, arms folded. You've been on edge all day. What's going on, Bill? He sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. It's Luna. Her plea's going to hit the press tomorrow. And if her lawyer brings up the security footage from that night, it could open a whole new can of worms. Katie frowned. You're protecting someone again, aren't you? Who, Bill? Bill turned away. It's not that simple. Katie's tone softened. It's always that simple with you. You either stand on the right side or you don't. Bill didn't answer. The firelight flickered against his face, revealing the battle raging inside him. Loyalty versus truth, empire versus humanity. Finally he whispered, sometimes the right side still destroys everything you love. Katie studied him for a long moment before walking out, leaving him alone with his thoughts, and his guilt. As night fell, the scene returned to Forrester Creations, where Luna stood before Ridge, Steffi, Hope, and Carter. Her voice trembled as she faced them. I'm asking for just one thing. A chance to clear my name. Ridge folded his arms. You've had chances, Luna. Every time we ask for clarity, we get another story. It's not a story, she cried. Someone tampered with the footage from that night. Someone wanted to make sure I took the fall. Carter stepped forward. Do you have proof? Luna swallowed hard. Not yet. But I will, because I remember something new, the scent of cologne. The same one Will Spencer wears. Gasps rippled through the room. Be careful what you're suggesting, Ridge warned. Luna shook her head. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you what I remember. And if Will, or anyone at Spencer Publications, was involved, then you need to know the truth. Hope looked torn, glancing towards Steffi, who was already dialing her phone. Don't do this, Steffi, Hope warned. Let her speak. But Steffi's jaw was set. No, it's time we got Spencer on the record. As the episode neared its end, Finn returned home exhausted. The house was quiet. until his phone buzzed. He answered. Yeah, Steffi. Her voice was cold and urgent. Finn, we have a problem. Luna just accused Will Spencer of being connected to that night. Finn blinked. What? That's insane. She's serious, Steffi replied. And if she's right, we're all in deeper than we thought. Before Finn could respond, another call beeped in. He glanced at the screen. Taylor. He hesitated, torn between two storms, then answered. Mom? Taylor's voice trembled slightly. Finn, Sheila's not done. She said she's coming for the truth. And I think Luna's just given her a reason. The color drained from Finn's face as the camera panned out, the ominous music rising. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTI Fuel UPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.